Alright, quick update on Algorand. So, if you've been watching my past couple of videos for Algorand for the past few days or so, you know that I've been talking about the fact that, in my opinion, we were going to chop sideways into the Federal Reserve meeting and then rally after. If you're new to my channel, this vertical line today represents the Federal Reserve meeting. The Fed news has finally come out. Well, I mean, they didn't apologize for inflation, really, but they did say that they are hiking by 50 basis points, which, if you're not an economist, just simply means 0.5%. So, not really the greatest news for the crypto markets. This is the highest interest rate increase since the year 2000. So, a very, very sharp increase. 0.5%, doesn't seem like a lot to crypto investors, but in terms of raising interest rates, it's going to make it that much more expensive to rent the dollar, and then that's going to have a profoundly negative impact on the stock and crypto markets because people are going to borrow less money to trade and people are going to enter a risk-off phase. But that's not really how we've reacted to this news. You can see people seem to be fine with the 0.5 rate increase. I mean, I think Powell and a couple of others were talking about 75 basis points to start with. So I think on the basis that we only went up 50 basis points, a lot of people are getting very, very excited over that. You can see, I know this is the Bitcoin chart, but in the past 2 hours, Bitcoin is having a huge breakout in terms of volume. It's pretty similar for Algo as well. I think we do need to let the dust settle, let Bitcoin decide what it wants to do in the macro perspective. I definitely think coming in tomorrow, obviously I said I'd be waiting until the 4th when the Federal Reserve meeting is done, but we are rallying quite hard into this. I have my long-term bags packed already. I'm really now waiting to see in the higher time frames how we do react to this news and if we can break back bullish, because looking at Algorand specifically, we've been in a pretty nasty downtrend. Looking at your oscillators, we recently bottomed at some very, very oversold levels, so I really do think Algorand is at its bottom. I think with this FIFA news as well, it just adds more fuel to the fire as, reasons why Algorand could have been at the bottom. So if we come out to the higher time frames, let's see what we're doing. So since the most recent decrease on Algo, very interesting, you can see the downtrend was perfectly defined by the 4-hourly EMAs. Every time we crash into these, we just keep on moving back to the downside. You can see we tried to hop over it here, but the important thing is when you're looking for breakouts, what you want to see is you want to see a breakout, a back test, and then you want to start putting in higher highs and get continuation. We did not do that, unfortunately. The last time we broke out, back test, that was successful, and then we broke back above, and as you can see, the candle body close here is lower than this one. So if you just simply waited to see if we were going to break out, you would have seen we got rejected, we went back down, and the trend continues. The trend is your friend until the end. But what's very interesting about what's going on right now, on the 4-hourly time frame, this is so bullish. We've broken above the EMA ribbons, we've come down, back tested them as support, and now we're getting a huge, huge influx of volume while we are breaking out. I do really like this. Like I said, I'm going to be waiting until tomorrow, let the dust settle, but in theory, if Algo breaks above 74.2 cent, then I would be very, very bullish. And you can also see this 72 cent almost lines up with the top of the daily EMA ribbons. Now, let's see. So the all-time high, like if we're being even more conservative at this point, and I am a conservative trader, so I might be running like this, you can see all-time high here. And then we break below your daily EMAs. You get rejected, 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 tried to break out, tried to backtest, failed the backtest, rejected, rejected, and we're currently coming into the daily EMAs once again. So I think sitting on the sidelines for another day or so, I really want to see these daily EMAs get broken over the top of. I'd want to see a break above 75.6 cent and then a rally. That's where I'd personally look at getting some Algorand. And, bear in mind, if you come over to the 4-hourly time frame, the breakout is technically 74 cent, but it's very nice. You come over to the daily time frame and you see the breakout is only at 75, 76 cents. So I would definitely wait until 76 cent comes. It's much less than, I mean, it's a 7.5% increase that you're looking to break out from. I definitely think that's very doable. If we look at our momentum indicators, we're really losing all of the bearish momentum we had. 4-hourly time frame, I imagine the squeeze bomb is heading over into a bullish trend. Yes, we are. This is so exceptionally bullish. You can see we've got a bottom. On the squeeze bomb, we started to flip into a bullish trend. We came up, we came down, back tested the 4-hourly EMAs of support, and now we're heading off to the races. And as we were back testing, it allowed the momentum to cool off for a bit, and now it's coming back, meaning that in my opinion we're getting ready for something like this, where we have a nice big accumulation phase, or should I say redistribution rally to the upside. So I think algo is exceptionally bullish. I'll be updating you on this frequently, but like I said, I'm going to be sitting on the sidelines until tomorrow. The trend is your friend until the end. These daily EMAs have proven to be brutal for Algorand so far. So far, you've got one time we tried to hop above them, brutal rejection followed by an absolutely nasty flush out to the downside. Second time, brutal rejection, somewhat nasty decrease to the downside. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't look that bad, but this was basically from $1 to 55 cents, so almost a 50% drop. Where was this one? $1.84 to 80 cents. That is brutal. So I'm going to be sticking on the sidelines. Let me know what you think of that down below. Are you getting in the market already, or are you waiting until all of this Federal Reserve news cools off? I really do like how Bitcoin is rallying on this news. I like how the stock market is rallying to this news. I like how the dollar is dumping like nothing else to this news. This is so good. This is music to my ears, or should I say music to my eyes, but your eyes don't listen to music. I don't know. What is music to your eyes? Like looking at a Picasso painting or something? I don't know. It's starting to look good. That's all I've got to say. If you do appreciate the daily uploads on Algorand, the best way to let me know is leave a like and a comment down below. If enough people like and comment, then I'll know that you guys want to see more of this on a daily time frame, and you know, I can provide daily content for this. That's all I've got for Algo. As always, none of this is financial advice, just my opinion on the market, and most importantly, cowboy out. Peace.